Hey there, Megs here. How's everyone doing today? I am coming to you with another spooky Halloween craft. So, please don't mind the mess. I have not cleaned up since my last video. It was only 5 minutes ago. This craft we are going to make a decorative glass bottle. So I have wine bottles that I saved over the summer. My husband and I like to, we enjoy a glass of wine after the kids go to bed once in a great while. So over the summer up until now, I saved some bottles, and so this is not perfect. Obviously my Posca pen that I used kept dripping, but you know what? It's cute and it's going in a window, so nobody's really going to notice the imperfections. But as you can see, it didn't take very long, and then when you hold it up to the light, it's really cool, which I don't have a light to hold up to right now, but there is some of this orange tool in it, and it just looks very cool when the light is shining through it. So for the next one, I'm going to put in some fairy lights, and we'll see how that works. So yeah, and then I got this little label. This little label actually had some cool black on the side, and I was trying to outline it and it messed up, so I just filled it in. But anyways, these labels were from Michael's. I just got the last one when I went there and thought, you know what, that'll be cool for my wine bottles. And then this stuff I already had, so I just had some leather rope, some leather cording, this button. I took the button back off, made it flat, and then I just wanted to make use of some of the stuff I never use. So I used some of my Halloween trim, and then these cute sequins that are really pretty on here, and then just some purple paint. There we go. So that's pretty cute. You stick it in a window, I think that's really cute. Also, if you're having a party or something, a Halloween party. So this is a big boy, and I gotta make sure I get him in here. So I had the paint out doing the last craft, and I poured too much paint, and I thought, you know what, let me try to use that on the bottles. Oh, see how it comes out. And I do like it, and there is cracks in here. I don't know if you can see it very well or not. Let me turn on another light here, see if that helps. So yeah, that's very glary, isn't it? But let me try to move you up a little bit, sorry. There we go. So yeah, I have this, I shook you. This glass bottle. It's hard for me to see in the camera. I'll be glad to get back into my studio when this stuff is done. This big project I have in there is done. But yeah, so I think to make more cracks, or the light shine more, I'm going to see if the light is going to shine through it first. If it doesn't, I'm going to just use something scratchy. So let's just turn it on and see. Oh boy, I hear screaming outside. Let's see if that's going to work inside. Oh yeah, you can see it. It looks so cute. So yeah, you can see the lights inside. Isn't that cute? Definitely. So yeah, that's perfect. And I got these on clearance at Michael's. And then, so I just have different things here. Now, I wanted to show you guys this. I got these beautiful prints. I wrote down the name because, I can't remember anything. And I don't, oh yeah, okay, these are from Craftin' Digital, and I'll link it below, but look how beautiful these came out. Look how beautiful these came out. Are they not gorgeous? Now, I'm going to be doing a Day of the Dead junk journal, and I'm late starting it, but oh, they're so perfect. And then these are from Digital Collage Club, and they're so cute. They're like little 1-inchers, which I was going to cut all these out and put these on. I think that would be even cuter because I don't know if this is going to work or not. But I'm kind of, pressed for time at the moment, so I didn't get a chance to cut these out. I'm just going to pray that this works out. Now, I did have to get these, let me show you a couple more while I talk. Look at this. Is that not beautiful? I did have to get these, what was I just going to say? Okay, so I ordered, my printer's broken. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm sorry. My printer's broken, so I've been printing at Staples, and the guy was very nice. He said, we put a lot of extras in there for you. And also, we upgraded your paper. I love this one, but I want to use this for my journal. He said, we upgraded your paper to be nice. Now, I said, thank you so much, and I got home and I was like, wait a second, I wanted it on thin paper. because I wanted to collage with it. But, you know, he was trying to be nice, so I don't know. Anyways, I personally think that's a very nice gesture, but I think they should ask. And I had a very hard time cutting it out. But you know what? I can't even say that. He was trying to be nice, so... Anyways, yeah, so I'll have to spray this with water, and I just hope it works. And also, I could not find my small craft knife to cut these out, and the one I had is very dull, and I just didn't have time to search for it. So yes, there is a lot of horrible cutting on here, but this is just, you know, to show you guys a cool craft, and, you know, I don't think it's going to be that noticeable. I can always take black marker and go over it, so I'm not worried about it. So let's just try this out, the first thing. I'm going to get some Mod Podge out and ready, and go ahead and get a little Mod Podge in a bowl here. And I hope everyone's doing well, like I always say and mean. I hope everybody is just having a great October. Are you doing anything fun? Going to apple orchards? Do you have that around your town? We have a lot of apple orchards here in northern Michigan. And I can't wait to take my kiddos. And I also have my little guy's going to be 3. Where's my squirt gun? My water thing. So let's just pray that this, I was saying my son's going to be 3 this month. And so I think we might go to an apple orchard or something. That'll be fun for his birthday. So I'm going to wet this. A lot of times when your paper's thick and you want to collage it, you just wet it. I'm praying that it, you know, doesn't mess this up or anything, and that it works out. And if it doesn't, we'll just decorate it without it. Just to kind of make it more pliable. So let's just see if that was enough. I'm just gonna go just a little more. A lot more. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of stick it on and see how that works. Yeah, I just feel like she's a little too big, and I think her head's going to get messed up here, so I think I'm going to cut her down a little bit. I hate messing up her gorgeous dress, but, you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So I'm going to go ahead, I want her head right about there, I think, so I'm going to go ahead and cut her dress right about here. Kind of try to follow the folds. I'm not a great cutter, especially now that I wet the paper. I didn't think that through, did I? So we'll see how that works. It's not too bad at all. Okay, it came out really cute. So let's try this out. I'm gonna have to wet it a little more. I'm gonna do both sides. I actually don't know if I should do this side. I don't know if it'll run or not. I'm hoping it doesn't. It don't. Okay. Now I think that's going to work. So let's go ahead and try that before anything bad happens. So I'm going to get my Mod Podge, and I'm going to go out ahead and do it on the back of her, I guess. Oh, I'm not in frame. Sorry. I'm just quickly putting some on her, and then I'll put a little on the bottle too. So just gonna throw some on here. And then we're just gonna put her on and pray. There we go. Where do I want her? Right about there. Okay. So kind of have the camera in my way, so I'm just hoping this works out and that she stays down. Because it's also over that curve, you know, that's not easy to lay flat on. But I think I'm hoping we're gonna do it. Okay. So far, it's okay. Yeah, it's coming up a little. I'm not quite sure if it's gonna work. Let's just see. My luck, it probably won't work. Let's pull her down off of that curve a little bit. There we go. There we go. That's more like it. There we go. And I can deal with a crinkle or two in her face. You know, like I said, it's going to be in a window, and I never go for perfection, as you know. As you already know if you've watched me, I just go with the flow. And that's how it is. That is how it be. Yes, sir. I'm loving it already. How cute is this? Love it. All right. So, that's really cool. And of course, this is going to dry clear. I love decoupage. It's just instant gratification for me every time. I love it. It always comes out good. I swear. I don't think I've had a truly bad decoupage experience. I feel like every time I do it, I should wait till this is done before I say this. Every time I do it, it comes out just so cute. And it always is a good idea. Decoupage is always a good idea. If you ever think, should I decoupage that? The answer is yes. Yes, you should. So, hopefully she dries soon. There we go. I mean, I'm going overboard, but it is thick, like I said, and I want to make sure it's nice and stuck down. You don't want this coming up. And her face is a little wrinkled right there, but she's a skeleton. It might work to her advantage. Isn't she just beautiful? I can't say, you know, good enough things about this Etsy store that I got this digital from. I'm telling you, the lady running it is very, very awesome. I had problems with printing, or with this, because it was in a zip file, and normally I know how to unzip and I know how to, you know, print, but I was doing it for, I had to do it on the Staples file, if so that they could print it, and it just wasn't coming out right. So I messaged her, and she sent me the PDFs, which were really big files, so that took some time. She sent them to my email, and she answered me within like a few minutes and was like, "Oh, absolutely no big deal at all. I hope they come through right away, and if you got any problems, let me know." Just super friendly. So yeah, definitely worth going over there and look at all this Mod Podge I just wasted. Oh, I hate when I do that. Okay, so what else can we do to this beautiful bottle? Look how cute that is. Now, I don't want to put too much on the other side because we want those lights to show. But we do want to decorate a little more. So let's go ahead and do something. That's obviously got to dry, but we don't have time for all that. We're just going to do some other stuff on here. So let's go ahead and decorate the neck of it. I think I just grabbed this pretty black and white, which is really cute. So I'm going to go ahead and probably put some of this on there. Let's just cut a piece and see how it looks. It's very shimmery and beautiful, and I love that. Let's see. Maybe start at the top. I like to paint the tops. So, let's see. I like to use the thicker kind, but I just really like this black and white shimmer. I think it goes good with the skull. Okay, so we'll just do one right here, because it's not going to wrap very good for me. And I'm going to... No, kitty! No, kitty! You hear my kitty? Rigby, no, those are my lights. Those are my lights, Rigby. Silly cat. Alright, I'm just going to add... Where's my glue? Actually, I really like this craft glue. This is cheap. The Crafter's Pick, the Ultimate, $5.99 for this much, and it is so good, and you can use a coupon, so it's even less. I'm telling you, I really like it. It dries crystal clear. It will be white for a while, but oh boy. As I say that, it's all clogged. Let me see if I can unclog it. It really is a good glue, especially for the price. You just have to make sure you always close it, and sometimes the top part gets a little clogged and you have to take a needle or something to it. Like right now I'm going to have to squeeze some out to get it started. There we go. But I mean, it's still worth it. It's not a big deal to do that. It doesn't dry out all the way like some glues. I'm telling you, I keep having bad luck with that Fabri-Tac, even though I keep using it because I love it so much. I love the way it sticks. I just hate the way it's fiddly, you know. If you've used it, you know exactly what I mean. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just glue this at the top here. I think I'm making this harder than it has to be, but I keep getting stuff stuck to my fingers because I have Mod Podge all over my fingers. I should probably rinse them really quick. There we go. So any white that you see will be I have to rinse this glue off. It's killing me. It'll be dry. And goodness gracious, I had tons of it on there. So yeah, and then I was thinking maybe using some more of the tulle, but I'm going to use, actually I think I want to use another piece of this. And then I think I want to put some orange tulle in the middle. So what if we, oh look at, what if we used her dress? That's cool. That's kind of cool. I was thinking about using this dress form around here because it matches. That is kind of lovely. And then just putting something there so you don't see the seam part. But that is kind of a cool idea. Then we're not wasting. I like that idea. What do you think? And then maybe outlining it with some sparkly paint. That might be really fun. Let me think for a second. Do I want to do that? Let's just, first let's put down another one of these guys. And definitely want two of these. I didn't plan this out before I filmed. I usually do a little bit, but this one I just grabbed a handful of stuff and said, I gotta hurry because my husband is outside with the kids. Yeah, so they're just very loud and, you know, they're little guys. So they're loud and I just have not been able to film with them around. And then I stay up late going, okay, when they go to bed, and then I end up falling asleep on the chair or something. And, yeah, or cleaning while they're sleeping. So just go ahead and smear that glue all around because it will dry clear. There we go. And then we'll do something in the middle. How about some sparkles? I'm thinking, let me see. That is kind of cute though. I do like that. I do like that. I'm going to use it. I think it's cool. So let's just put some more Mod Podge on this and spray it real quick. Since it worked for the other, for the big image, and then we're not wasting any of it. That's fun. So I'm just going to go ahead and, I really like using up everything that I can. I think that's a cool thing. I don't like wasting. And I also don't like saving a billion scraps. That just, ugh. Because you know what? As much as I want to say I watch the scrap, you know, busting videos and stuff, I just don't end up using all my scraps. And it bothers me. And then they take up so much room. Now, there are some things I really love to save because I'm like, oh, I don't want to, I hoard things that I really love, you know, and you're like, oh gosh, I want every piece of this. And I love using those. But you know, it does get to be a lot when you're saving every piece of scrap that you have because, well, you paid for it or you love it, you know. So, yeah, it just gets to be too much sometimes. So there we go. Now we have that on there. And I know it looks kind of crappy, but I will show you guys when it's dry, too, in my next video. I'll just pop it in and let you see it because obviously it's not going to dry while we're on this video. There we go. So that's nice and glued down. When you're doing thick paper, you want to make sure, I always make sure, let me see. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't even in frame that whole time. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. That when you're doing thick paper, I always bring my brush down with the Mod Podge so it fills in the gaps and it dries clear and it looks just fine because I do it all the time. So make sure that when you're doing thick paper that you're just filling in whatever gap there might be top and bottom. And then it will turn out really nicely for you. So just like right there, I'm going to go ahead and just bring my brush down like that, the opposite way of the crack, and it fills it in for you. Just like that. There we go, right there on the seam as well. You want to get that in there. And then right there on that seam right there. And then just swipe down. There we go. Good. Perfect. And I used way too much, I'm sure, but that's okay. I'd rather use too much than too little. So we have that. And then we can just kind of zhuzh it up a little bit and put some sparkles. We can draw some dots. I have some buttons here. I have this little kitty's cute. I have this little skull. Let's use this guy. And then I have this guy. He's cute. Let's use the skull. Now for buttons, I like for these buttons, if you want them flat, I just take my scissors and I cut the button part off as much as I can. And then if it doesn't go off all the way, I use some sandpaper. And it's not the easiest thing to do. Hold a tiny button and sand it. It's just not easy. So give me a second. I'm going to try to sand this guy. And I grabbed the wrong sandpaper. This isn't the, you want some heavy duty for this. I love dollar store for sandpaper. $1 for a thing, sandpaper block is really good, and theirs is good. It works really well. So yeah, I'm trying to use my, usually I can get it fairly close with the scissors. Let's see if that'll be okay. I'm going to do this one on the other side. I like to put a button right there because I want both sides to show cuteness. So I'm going to get my button glued up, and then I'm also going to put some of this around it, I think, behind the button. I think I want to use some of this stuff. So, you know what? I want to use some crepe. I'm sorry, some crepe. Why do I call it crepe? Is it called crepe, this stuff? Or crepe? I mean, I know it's cheesecloth, but I swore that when I bought it, it said crepe on it. I don't know. I've never heard it called that, but I keep calling it that now. Crepe cloth or crepe cloth? I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's just go ahead and get some. I knocked you, sorry. Some of this on there, just like a little bit on there. I'm just going to dip it in the Mod Podge and make a mess with my fingers and just kind of shove it on there all crazy like. And I know that looks crazy, but it's going to be cute when it's all dry. I promise, when it's dry it'll be cute. And then we have our button. I'm going to pray that it works. There we go. There we go. Stick him on there. Am I out of frame again? No, okay. I'm sorry. Give my hands a rinse since I got them all glued up. And then I think we're just going to put some dots on this bottle with the paint marker, or let's see. I have some paints. I really enjoy using this on glass. It works really well. These are the Lumiere paints. And then I have my Posca marker, but this last time was just leaking everywhere. I have a couple other ones like this one I might try. I do love the Posca marker. It's one of my favorites. But it was giving me problems. Now, I think this one, I like how this one's got a smaller nib. So I'm going to try this one. This is the Painters. Is that what it's called? Painters? Okay. I think it's a Walmart one. So let's just put some dots on this here. We can put some, oopsie, oh no. I accidentally smudged our bottle. Okay, let me see. It's getting hard to hold. Alright, so we can just do squiggly lines. We can do dots. Let's see. What do I want to do? Let me try it on my paper here. Let's see, do squigglies. Okay, I can tell this one's not going to work well. Let's use Posca. Try it out. Okay. Oh yeah, she was leaking again. Let's see. Okay. Is she out already? Jeez Louise, these paint markers go out fast. Okay, so I'm just going to put some dots. And as you can tell, that would take a long time, so I won't dot the whole thing because we'll be here all night. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It can be just random. And you can do more than just dots. You can do squiggly lines or write something on here. Let's see. It's gonna go down this bottle quickly. Actually, the paint, it's working pretty good now. That's awesome. So let's just dot it up randomly everywhere. And then we can mix it up too. You don't have to just use white. White is kind of boring if it's by itself, but sometimes it looks simple and clean and pretty. It's pretty cool. I'm just going to continue my dots around this. Oh, am I framing up? And then go around the edge here. Outline her body. I can't believe how good this pen is working now. It was giving me such a hard time for the other one. That's awesome. Okay, I said I wasn't going to do it all, but I mean, we're doing it, aren't we? So it's going so fast, I don't mind finishing it. Oh, I got a little hasty there, but that's okay. That's okay. I got to, oh, see, now it's gonna, I'm pushing it too much. So I'm just going to wipe it with my hand. Oh boy, let's see. Get a little rag here before it dries. Whew. With the paint already on it, it's harder to wipe off. There we go. All right, and it's okay if it drips. I mean, it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Just kind of wipe it on my craft paper. There we go. And now I'm getting sloppy. Oh boy, these are not uniform. These are kind of uniform, but okay, thank you for bearing with me. I said I wasn't going to finish it. I contradict myself a lot, I've been realizing lately. I got silent for a minute, sorry. I know that when I get anxious, I can contradict myself and say, oh, I'm not going to do this, oh, and then I do it. So thanks for bearing with me there. But so we have that, and then now we can go ahead and put some bedazzles on here. I think I'm just going to go with black. No, I think, let's look and see. I thought I had some colors. Let's go with green. I think green is cool. So we'll just put a couple of, these are just cheap. These aren't my really good ones. What are these called? Are these the dark green? Let's do the light green. Nope, this is good. Sequins. Jeez Louise, Meg. So I've been trying to use these because I have them and I don't use them a lot. So I really like those little those sticks that stick on and help you stick them. It's just so easy. They're like for jewels and stuff. It's so much easier than using your fingers. I hate using my fingers with this stuff. But I will tell you, I used this glue and it looks like it's super white all over it while it's wet, but it dries crystal clear like it did on this. I used it on these sequins and you can tell there's no glue showing. So I think I'm going to use it for these as well. So don't freak out if you see the white showing through. It'll dry clear. So let's see if I can do this. Oh boy, here we go again. Oh man. So I'm just going to do a couple and then I will film again and show you what it looks like because I don't want to stay here all night bedazzling. But I'll put a couple on. It's a little hard with my sticky fingers, I'll tell you that. A little difficult. See how cute? It's gonna look cute when it's all said and done. Should we bedazzle her maybe? Yeah, I'll think about it. I was thinking about sticking some up here. I like the black ones. I think I'm gonna put some black ones up here. Plus I like how they're bigger. So let's put a couple of these up there. Just to fill in that seam. If you have a seam, you can, you know, use this to... Am I out of frame? Of course I am. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. There's a seam, the seam where the two paper sides met. So you can use like jewels and stuff to go ahead and cover that, like I am. I'm using way too much glue, but that's okay. I'm just going to put some glue on here and fill it up with the sequins. And then I will put the lights in and I think some orange tulle, and then I will probably just film when it's dry, and it'll be a really super, you know, quick video to show you how it looks. There we go. See how it fills it up? And you, like I said, you don't worry about the white because it'll disappear. And it looks kind of messy right now, but this is what we have so far. And the dots, and then we're going to have some of those green sequins everywhere. And then I'll put some more black sequins on there. Isn't that just so cute? And you can just put this in a window or on a table if you're having a Halloween party. I just think I love this idea of recycling the glass wine bottles and making them pretty. Very fun idea. And if you have a dark glass bottle, like my other one came out really cool that I showed you, it was already dark, so I didn't have to paint it a base coat, but I do like how this black looks on here. Oops, where did it go? Alright, so I'm just going to finish up this head, the neck I mean, of the bottle, and then I am going to call it a day, and I will come back and show you guys what it looks like when it's all dry and pretty and not messy looking. Yeah. And I'll be editing soon, hopefully. I don't know when I'm going to start doing that, but it sure would help me a lot in the filming process, you know, because a lot of times I need to stop what I'm doing and it's just not really working out that great. I'm just having to film straight through, and you know, when you have kids and a family, it's not easy to do that at all. You know, everybody is kind of on pins and needles when they're awake, because if I'm filming, it's like, oh, what if something happens? And like right now, I know my husband's with the kids. I'm wondering, is he worried? Can he not come in? Or, you know, that kind of thing. So I can't wait to start doing that. I just don't know how. And so yeah, I just need to learn. And I just haven't had the time to teach myself. So yeah. And I don't know, you know, what program to use. And then when I get the program, how do I use it? Also, I need something better to film on. I did finally figure out my iPad, the old iPad I'm using. But, you know, I can't. I've talked about it so many times. I'm just trying to talk while I do this. You know, I can't get a program on here because there's just no room on it. It's very old and it doesn't have the good updates or the newer updates or anything. Alright, let's see. One more right there in the corner. I know it looks really sloppy, you guys, but I promise you all of this will dry good, clear and perfect. And it's going to be so cute. So I think I'm going to do a couple green ones down here. Or no, I think I'll stick with the black and do green on the bottle. So almost done with this part, and then I will cut you loose. Cut you loose. It's a longer video than I anticipated, but they always are. So right there and right there. And I'm using way too much glue. I just keep squirting it out, don't I? And my fingers are sticky. Oh boy, it's getting harder to stick them on. Oh goodness. What have I done? Am I even I haven't even looked through the lens at all, so I don't know if you can see what I'm doing or what. I'm kind of dragging this on, huh? It's not fun to watch sequins be put on, is it? Or dots. So I know this wasn't the most exciting, but the end result really is just a great, it's a great craft, and it comes out very cute. So if you stuck around, I just want to thank you guys so much, and I just hope to see you in my next video. All the support that you've been giving me has been amazing, and I just love it. Yeah, I tell you guys that all the time. The giveaway was super exciting for me, and I do have my Ideal magazines came in that I was talking about, that I got. I bought them in like a bulk, like a 10 or 11 of them, and I got them for less than $1 each, and the images are beautiful. So there's like Christmas and memory and Easter and Thanksgiving, travel, all that stuff. So I can't wait to go through those with you. And I got some Raggedy Ann books to show you too. So that'll be really exciting. I think I might do the 10 crafty, sorry, I'm washing my hands. The 10 crafty questions and just show you guys some of that stuff. I also have a really good collection going of the Simplicity Vintage from Joann's. It's that sewing line that has like the vintage girls on it, like the 60s and stuff. Oh, I'm obsessed. And Joann's has a whole new section of just that stuff. I couldn't believe it, and I have so much cute stuff to show you guys. So it's very, very exciting that they finally came out with more on that line. So now let's just put our lights in, and then I'll come back and show you the rest. I almost left without putting the lights in, but I want you to see that in case you don't come to the next video. So let's go ahead and stick this in. Let's turn them on while we stick them in, because then we can see where they're going. So here we go. Let me just try to see. This is wet, so it's a little bit hard for me to hold. Stick those lights down in there. Cool, cool, cool. And you can kind of turn them as you go, or bend them, you know. Bend it as you go. And you can just kind of see it come to life. It's really cute. And I can't wait to see that girl on the other side. Let's see. Let's see. I love how the black paint is not so thick and it just looks cracked and dirty and awesome. Now, ideally I would get some lights that didn't have this big old battery pack on it, but this is what I have. So, so here it is. Here is, and we can add so much more to this, really. I know it looks like a lot of dots, but you can add more stuff to it. But this is our bottle. This is how she came out. I know it's hard to get it all in the frame. So there's the top that's all glitzy. And then on this side we have this cute, I want to put some more stuff on this side, and I'll show you guys in another video. That cute little guy up there with the gauze behind him. And then our image came out really good. I think I'm going to outline her too. But it's all wet now. So there we go. And then, oh, you know what? We can top it off with some of this. And I love putting this inside. I think that's really cute. It looks like fire or something coming out. So that's it. We have this one. And then we have this one as well. And that's it. I thank you so much for stopping by. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a nice night.